Hi guys, in this lecture we are going to talk about the color wheels here. They are very interesting and we are going to see how to use them. Unless you're doing a creative work, in my opinion, you will use the color wheels after you have done all your color correction. In fact, in curves or in basic correction, it really doesn't matter. Now, you will use the color wheels with the vector scope. Let me give you now more points about the vector scope. You can see here you have red and magenta, and facing it directly you have green and cyan. Now, if your video has a lot of red magenta, to remove the red magenta, it just makes sense to add green and cyan. So in our case here, if you want to remove the yellow or red, we will add blue cyan. That's how it works. So you will shift the graph towards blue cyan. And this is achieved through the color wheels. The color wheels are divided in three parts. You have the shadows, midtones, and highlights. You don't have to use all of them. It depends on what you want to do. For example, now, let's reduce the yellow and the red. If I come to the midtone here, I click on it once, it will be active. And I would like to reduce the yellow-red. So this is yellow-red over here. So obviously, I will have to add some blue and cyan. I will just take the arrow, click on it and take it down. Notice it will move very slowly. I will double click to reset it, click once to open it, and then I want to add blue cyan. For example, I will click here. Notice how the graph has moved. So red yellow has been decreased and blue cyan has been increased. Let's exaggerate. You will see what's happening here, and then you can just adjust it the way you like. So it depends on how you want to eliminate certain colors and add other colors. You will play with the midtones, for example. You can do the same for the shadow. Let me reset this one, it will be easier. And now in the shadows here, I want also to add the blue cyan. So I will add over here, click over here, and you notice how the graph has moved. Come back here and move again. Notice how the graph is gonna move. So actually I'm doing a very bad job now. Let's reset this one, reset the other one for the shadows, and in the highlight here I can add blue cyan just over here, and it's quite cool. Notice how I tried the three of them, but I think in the highlights we are doing a good job here. Notice, if you can see it, I'm starting to have the sky a bit bluer. That makes sense. So actually, after doing all the corrections, you come to the color wheels, you can really do some magnificent adjustment. Now, one word of caution, guys. Am I seeing the right colors here? Obviously not, because it depends on the light in my room. It depends on the color calibration of my monitor. It depends on the colors of the walls. It depends on my mood. And it depends on how long I have been looking at this video. If I stay looking at it for like half hour, obviously my eyes are gonna get used to it and I'm not gonna see the right from wrong. I got used to it. I have to look somewhere else, get out of the room, come back to see any changes. So you actually don't see what's right and wrong on your monitor. It's pretty hard. But if you want to be a pro, get a monitor that you can calibrate, paint the walls of your room gray, and make sure the light is behind your screen so it doesn't affect your eyes. And now you can do it very right. But nevertheless, since you are in After Effects, we can play a lot. We really don't care about creating a special video here. Let's make the blue a mini blue. Okay, here you are. Notice what's changed here. The graph did not really jump on this side, but it jumped towards blue. Cool. Let's do it like this. Let's put it over here. Okay. I like this. In fact, I want a bit more because I want to get the sky to be blue. I think we reached there. We come to the midtones here, and let's do the midtones just a bit. Just a little bit. It didn't work. Let's reset it. This is better. Now let's go to the highlights and try to add more blue. It's not working. We need to add just a bit. I will click on the arrow and just drag it very little. It's not working. It's getting bluish. If you notice, there is a lot of blue happening here. Let's go toward the cyan here. Okay, we release. We see the graph not working very much, but actually this one can look real. There's a lot of blue still. I will reset this one and take this one a bit up. I think this is the best what I can do. Look how I was looking at the graph trying to find out how it has moved. So this was the initial state. Look at the graph here, and this was the next state, something like this. and we move the graph toward the cyan and the blue. That is not really artistic, this is really color correction. Yet, if you are in After Effects, you can come and start playing games here and doing some very artistic things. Cool guys, this is about the 3 wheels, and you notice how it is so easy. Remember, use the 3 wheels with your vector scope. Thank you very much for listening. I will see you in the next lecture with one very important, that is the HSL secondary. I'll see you then.